The environment in which we were raised has shaped who we are today. The ideas, emotions, and coping mechanisms that we cultivate as children have a significant impact on the adults that we become, and the influence of your upbringing does not, regardless of how old you are, simply fade away by itself. It makes an impression on you and has an effect on the actions and beliefs that you engage in. This video presents 6 beliefs that seem to be widespread among individuals who were brought up by narcissistic parents. The first step on the path to recovery is to become aware of these ideas. First is that you think you are not enough. If you were brought up by a narcissist, you probably picked up the belief that you are not sufficient on your own. It's possible that people have ridiculed you for your appearance or ability, neglected your achievements and successes, or expected you to be flawless. If a parent who is narcissistic ever praises their child, it is almost always fake and done with the intention of making the narcissist look better. When you are brought up in an atmosphere like that, you start to think that there is something fundamentally wrong with you from the beginning. You grow to realize that your value is contingent upon what other people think of you. Hence, receiving validation from someone other than yourself becomes of the utmost importance. Even though people claim they love you or like you for who you are, you can't shake this feeling that no one truly appreciates or loves you for who you are at your core. And as a result, you feel as though you constantly need to demonstrate your worth to others. Second, you believe that the happiness of others depends on you. It is common for a parent who is narcissistic to have the expectation that their child would act as an extension of themselves, always being there for them and doing whatever it takes to make them happy. As a consequence of this, you might have realized that in order to win the love of other people, you had to put their needs before your own. It's possible that you'll convince yourself that you need to avoid conflict or keep your mouth shut in order to save the sentiments of others, even if doing so would be to everyone's advantage. You have the misconception that love is contingent, meaning that it is something that can be taken away from you very quickly or withdrawn at any time, dependent on how well you satisfy others with your actions and behaviors, or how well you do not please others with your actions and behaviors. Third, you believe your feelings aren't important. If you are brought up by a narcissist, you probably think that your own feelings aren't relevant and that theirs are the only ones that matter. Narcissists hold the belief that their emotions are the only ones that matter. Your narcissistic parent has never shown any care in how you are feeling, and on the rare occasion that they did, it was solely for the purpose of gaining something for themselves. You have learned that your feelings are not something to be accepted and supported, but instead should be disregarded or condemned. Narcissists like a good pity party, but when their children are distressed, they rarely step up to provide support and comfort for them. Narcissists are notoriously bad parents. Narcissists teach their children that they should expect little empathy from other people throughout their lives, which sets them up for repeated disappointment as a result of this expectation. Fourth is that you think you are a burden to other people. If you are brought up by a narcissist, there is a significant probability that you have the perception that you are a burden to the people around you. Narcissistic parents have a tendency to make their children feel guilty for having basic needs or desires, such as asking for help with their homework or complaining that the temperature in their house is uncomfortably low. Narcissistic parents also have a tendency to treat their children as if they are extensions of themselves. In fact, the narcissist would most likely grow enraged and chastise you for being selfish or taking up too much space if you bring up any of your demands to discuss with them. Children will eventually internalize these views and come to the conclusion that in order to be acceptable members of society, they need to live up to the expectations that their parents have set for them. Fifth is that you should always keep your struggles a secret. If you were brought up by a narcissist, one of the most harmful things they did to you was train you to keep your troubles a secret. This is one of the things that inflicted the greatest damage to you. Because they did not want their reputation as the ideal parents to be called into question, they made sure that everything appeared ideal when they were around other people. You learned at a young age that difficulties were not permitted. If anything went wrong, or if you had any challenges, you were informed that it was because there was something wrong with you. You received this lesson at a young age, and because narcissistic parents frequently embarrass their children for having problems, it becomes more difficult for those children to communicate their feelings and concerns in the future. This might entail anything from troubles with finances or mental health to issues with relationships or other aspects of one's life. And lastly, you consider yourself to be unworthy. The vast majority of people are under the impression that they are worthy of love, happiness, and success. However, if you were brought up by a narcissist, there is a good probability that you do not consider yourself deserving of any of these things. Because you were humiliated or punished for expressing any views about yourself, or even for having the audacity to imagine positive thoughts about yourself, this is why you feel this way. Narcissists would stop at nothing to instill in their offspring the belief that they are not deserving of happiness. They provide the impression to their children that they are not deserving of anything, including the affection and attention of their own relatives, and they do this by treating them poorly. As a consequence of this, you don't think you deserve the wonderful things that occur in your life, and as a consequence of this, you don't feel deserving of the nice things that do occur in your life. How about you? Do you think you were raised by a narcissist? Can you relate to any of these characteristics? Tell us in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and tell your friends about it so we can keep making them. To be notified when we upload a new video, click the notification bell and turn on all notifications. And remember to press the subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.